Yo, yo! What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, champions? It is Marquise Money Mike Williams, founding member and executive senior director here at JMG Direct. And I would like to welcome you to Saturday morning freedom training. Man, I'm super duper excited about what is going on right now. It's a bittersweet moment. 2022 is coming to an end, and that means we made it another year. But at the same time, it's that time where you have to deal with the holiday season. And the holiday season is a beautiful time, but it's also can be a distraction for getting people to focus on what's truly important. Getting people to focus on on the meat and potatoes, getting people to focus on the root of what they truly want to accomplish, and not just the band-aid, not just what's it called in the desert, oasis, not the oasis, right? Because I was just listening to the news the other day, and they were talking about, man, they just spent a gazillion dollars for Black Friday, right? Everybody's out shopping and doing their thing, getting their retail therapy, right? Retail therapy. But they also stated that a lot of people, put a lot of that on what do you call credit cards, credit cards. So their credit card bill is going up, and if their credit card bill is going up and their income is not going up, guess what? Then that means they're going to be paying more in interest. And if they're paying more in interest, then it's going to be difficult for them to be able to get out of the hole. And that's never any fun when it's difficult to get out of the hole. I mean, who wants to struggle to get out of any type of hole, right? It just doesn't make any sense. So when you understand that, and you say, you know what can we do to make it different, to make a difference? Well, we could provide the phenomenal opportunity that we have within JMG Direct to show people how to lower their taxes, increase their credit score, eliminate debt, and create wealth. I used to have I remember when I was younger, before I got involved in business, I was still in school and things of that nature. I remember asking, somebody, I was like, yo, man, can I borrow? It was a substantial amount. I got behind on a bill or something like that. Someone was crazy. And I never had anybody actually question me about borrowing money. A lot of times in my life, it was either yes or no, right? But this time the guy was like, yo, like, if you can't pay the bill now and you're already, struggling, work, study, living paycheck to paycheck, whatever the case the situation was, he was like, where's the bread coming from to pay me back? And I had to think about it for a moment, because it's like it was real talk. It was true. It's like, where's the money coming from that's gonna pay this back? And I don't think a lot of Americans or a lot of people in general think about that. It's like, yo, we got this going on, we got that going on. We're already stretched thin. It's like, I'm gonna throw this on a credit card just because I feel emotional and I want it. Just because I want to buy Christmas gifts. Just because I feel this way or I feel that way. I remember one thing Mr. Jones taught me one time. It was like, you get excited about getting something, you see the sales 50% off, right? 50% off. It's like, yeah, you're saving 50%. But if you don't really have the money, then from the wealthy mentality, what you just did is you didn't save 50%. You just went 50% over your budget. You just spent 50% of what you don't have. So that's never any fun. You don't want to be in a position to where you're spending money that you don't have. Where my slideshow go? So when you understand that, and you put things in a perspective to understand that, hey, life can be looked at through so many different lenses, that you have to understand what it is that you want and where it is that you're going, so that you can look at things from a perspective of, what is helping you and what is hurting you and preventing you from getting there. So today's training was entitled, How Bad Do You Want That Sale? Because I want you guys to, let me bring up the PowerPoint just so you guys understand it. And we're not going to go through the pleasantries of the launch and everything like that, you guys. If you got new representatives, I'll get you a copy. They can, we can look at a previous video as far as the launch strategy and things of that nature. At the end of the day, the foundation of what we do is that we expose people to a better way with opportunity, a better way with products and services, a better way to be able to have access to products and services, to be able to market products and services. And we use that, this opportunity as a platform to be able, to do that. And it's been a phenomenal platform because I haven't seen anything more simple than what we have here at JMG Direct. I haven't seen anything that takes the little bit of income that it takes to get started for $150 and an overhead of $70 a month, and you can make the type of income that we make at JMG Direct. So today I want you to understand, the currency that we always deal in is people, okay? The currency is always people. But if you don't understand the mentality of not only people but yourself, then you're going to find yourself caught up in being in a place where you're not able to master your craft. You're not going to be able to become attractive or attract the people that you desire to work with. So as I said, the title of today's training is How Bad Do You Want That Sale? Is because the mindset I want you to understand is a lot of you got scared. I even seen some of you jump off training because I said the word sale, right? And a lot of times we float around, that this is the sales industry, right? We're not salespeople. There's a difference, but this is a sales industry. We focus on strategy over sales so that you understand that your whole career is not going to be dependent on you selling, right? But it's important for you to understand in life as a whole, either you're being sold or you're selling. That's just a harsh reality. Good morning to all y'all just checking in. I know some of you are still spread out of town for the holidays. I appreciate you jumping on. But yeah, we're talking about sales today because either you're selling or you're being sold. Let's look at it from some real world examples, right? When you are going for a job, right? When you're going for a job, you have a job, you have a resume, right? That is your foundation of you selling yourself. That is the foundation of you selling yourself, that you're qualified and you're adequate for the job. And when you go into the interview, that is the second stage of you selling yourself. It's no different in our business. We go prospect somebody. Hey, do you keep your options to other opportunities to make extra money? In this situation, you are the resume. They're going to look at you a lot of times, especially if it's cold market. No, depending on how you look. That's why I always tell, young ladies, I understand you may want to be comfortable and go out to the store in your bonnet and your PJs. I get it. And I'm not telling you that you can't do that. You can't be comfortable. Just understand that when you walk out, that's a representation of your brand. And if you're going to be prospecting, even if you don't prospect the person just then, they may have saw you while you were out in your pajamas and your bonnet, and they may or may not judge you. Now, if you don't care, if you're willing to take that risk, if you're willing to limit those opportunities, then hey, that's your prerogative. That's your decision. And I'm not even saying if you're going to make that decision, then go ahead and ride all the way with it. Don't be scared. Still prospect people. Because there's times where I'm doing some work around the house and I'm like, I'm not going to, I'm doing something. I got to run to Home Depot, right? I'm not looking the greatest, but I've already made up in my mind like, I'm painting. I'm doing some work around the house. I'm doing some yard work, right? So I fit that within my resume. I still prospect person. Hey, what's going on, man? I was just doing some yard work, came up here to Home Depot, and notice you seem like a quality person, man. Do you keep your options open for other ways to make extra money? So while I want you to be conscious that there's a possibility of limiting your opportunity for success, I don't want that to be your excuse for not making an attempt to be successful within that situation, if that makes sense to you. All right? So another example is courting a member of the opposite sex, right? When you try to get with that honey, or you trying to catch the attention of that fella, you're selling yourself. You're selling yourself that, you're a good quality person. You're somebody who, that somebody would like to get to know. You're good wifey material, good husband material, good girlfriend or boyfriend material. You might say you can cook. You might say you're good with your hands. There's a lot of different aspects and things that you can utilize and do to sell yourself. But the bottom line is you're still selling yourself. And I don't want you guys to look at that in a negative light, because, in our society, in the world of cancel culture, everybody's so caught up in, oh, you can't talk like that, or you can't think like that. And, you're selling people, you're telling people they're selling themselves. And it's just like, my motto in life, you guys, is I feel like if my heart is in the right place, and I know I'm operating in love and respect, then I don't worry about what people think and what society says. That's how I flow. It may or may not be right, but I feel like if my heart's in the right place, then I'm willing to deal with the consequences that come with it. All right. So, there's numerous situations in life where, you're either selling yourself or you're being sold. And when you understand that that's how the world works, then it puts you and gives you a better opportunity to be able to say, all right, this is how I'm going to handle it, and this is how I'm going to work with it. So we still got what we're working towards, right? We still got our 7-week plan of action. And some of you are saying, man, I'm so behind, I'm not even close. But that's all right. The key is to get yourself in a mindset of consistency, a mindset of discipline, a mindset of understanding that every single waking moment, you're either buying opportunity or you're selling opportunity. When you're buying opportunity, you're buying your job, you're buying your side hustle, you're buying, whatever else, that you do to make money. You just have to ask yourself, is this going to be the vehicle that gets me to where I truly want to be? Is this going to be the vehicle that helps me accomplish my goals and my dreams? Or is this just going to be, another hustle, another way to make money? Because at the end of the day, all money isn't good money. And if you understand that, give me a 1 in the comments. All money isn't good money. Sometimes, and a lot of times, you have to play the long game. Because if you find yourself constantly chasing the bag, then you're either going to get a temporary bag, a paper bag, or you're going to get yourself in a position to where you're missing out on bigger opportunities. An analogy I heard once is people are walking around with $1,000 sack of money, right? You toss them $1 million sack of money in the air, and they allow it to drop on the ground because they don't want to let go of this $1,000 sack of money. Sometimes you got to let go of the little bag to get the big bag. That's just a reality of life. So this is our 7-week plan of action. We're on week 3. We're on week 3, so we should be rocking with our top 40, 3, 9, 27. If you don't have your top 40, then you want to look at your all-star form, because we are at the end of the month and we want to start getting with your sponsor, your upline, and analyzing what it is that you need help with. What it is that you need help with. Within 26 days, you should have almost all 50 contacts on there. Turn my heater down, it's getting a little hot in here. You should have almost all 50 contacts. You should have, out of the 15 presentations, at least 10. So let's start analyzing what we're doing wrong. This week was a lot of football. Last Sunday, I watched my Minnesota Vikings team get just mollywopped by the Dallas Cowboys. They made a lot of mistakes. Then they came back after a short week of practice, and they came back on Thanksgiving Day. And while it wasn't the prettiest, they won the game. And it's because they looked at what they did wrong, both last week and during the game this week, and they made the proper adjustments. Your life and your success in life is going to be a series of adjustments. Another word for those adjustments are decisions. The decisions that you make will drastically affect the rest of your life. So before we get further in training, I want everybody to know that the product of the week is the black owned hoodie. It's the black owned hoodie. And as you see, I got mine on. I'm rocking it. It's beautiful. And I wore it and I made it the product of the week again because they call today, what do they call today? They call today Small Business Saturday, right? You got Small Business Saturday. And JMG Direct is a black-owned, small, soon-to-be large business. So we want to celebrate, we want to support our small and black-owned businesses. And this isn't a racial thing. I just want you guys to understand that you hold the key to the success of JMG Direct. And when I say you, I'm not saying you individually, I'm saying the field. Because I got a buddy of mine who drives Uber. And they're always pissed off about Uber's rates and how much they're paying them. And you know, they talk about going on strike and the Uber needs us. We're going to go on strike and we're going to show them, right? The problem is there's always some group of people out there who need Uber more. So they're not going to go on strike because that's how they feed their family. They're not going to go on strike because that's their only means of income. So even though they may not be getting paid fairly, they don't look at the glasses half empty. They look at the glasses half full. They're fortunate and they're appreciative for the opportunity. I once heard a saying that the man with no shoes complained until he met the man with no feet. So we have a phenomenal opportunity in front of us. Is it perfect? No. Is it the best? I do believe that it is. I believe that it's better than anything else that I've seen out there. And it's simpler. It's positioned to not only rock and go crazy now, but it's positioned for longevity. It's positioned for the future. And you have to go out and you got to share that excitement with other people, because here's the thing I want you to get. We live in a capitalistic society. Capitalism is not going anywhere. Just like Uber's not going anywhere, even though people threaten to strike, you know, JMG Direct's not going anywhere. We're a debt-free $1 million company, right? People are going to get pissed off and quit all the time. That's okay, because more people are just going to sign up and the company is going to grow. The company's going to expand. The company's going to be amazing. So your decision has to be, do you want to be a part of that? Do you want to be a part of the success story that's going to be written with or without you? Because if you do, then all we have to do is go out and spread the word. Sound the trumpet. Because the capitalist society that we live in, the reason I entitled, How Bad Do You Want That Sale? Because for the last month, I'll say, I've been getting emails, I've been getting texts, I've been seeing TV ads, I've been seeing advertisements about Black Friday. We starting Black Friday early. And it don't matter the company. Walmart's $1 billion company. They still advertising their Black Friday sales. Best Buy, $1 billion company. They still advertising their Black Friday sales. Everybody get in on it. Uber, yeah, you get a little bit off your ride this week. Instacart. Yeah, you get a little bit off your grocery delivery this week. Everybody's getting in on the capitalism of Black Friday. And it's not new. This is just the precipice of the year. But all throughout the year, they do the same thing. In January, it's New Year's. Come by because it's a new year. New year sale. And then as soon as January is over, like January 10th, they start getting ready for Valentine's Day. Come buy your boo her stuff for Valentine's Day. We got flowers. We got hearts. We got everything that you need. Make your reservations for the hotel. Make your reservations for the restaurant. Make sure that you have your flowers. Everything in place for Valentine's Day. Then after Valentine's Day, you have March. What's in March? What holiday is in March? Somebody help me out in the comment section. I know that's like spring break for schools. But which one is Labor Day? But March has something that they have, and they market to you for March. And then they come April. You know, April, I always forget what March and April has. You know, that March, April, May range is a blur for me. But as soon as June comes around, they start marketing for the springtime. Get your spring stuff. July is 4th of July. August is back to school. September, that's when Labor Day is. September is Labor Day. You know, October is Halloween. Then you got November, and they just hit you all upside the head. You got Brown Thursday, you got Black Friday, you got Small Business Saturday. I guess they give you a little bit off for Sunday because they come and hit you right back with Cyber Monday, right? And they're constantly, I don't know why my nose is itching so much. They're constantly pounding you over the head with sales, with sales, with sales. Why? Because they want the sale as bad as they want to breathe. They want it. It's a part of their plan. It's a part of their makeup. It's a part of their business structure. So I go through all that to say, how bad do you want the sale? How much are you marketing and promoting that you have the best opportunity since sliced bread? How much are you out spreading the word and letting people know that they have an opportunity to lower their taxes, increase their credit score, eliminate debt, and create wealth? Thank you, Easter. Appreciate it, Dre. Easter, that's April, right? You know, I know sometimes it floats between, but you gotta be out spreading the word. Because if you're a secret agent, if nobody knows, then nobody's going to have the opportunity to buy. There's been 1,000 people that went and bought a TV because they saw the commercial and saw that the TV was $299. But if they didn't see the commercial, they probably would have said, I'm cool with the TV that I got. Some people are out looking for the commercial, just like some people are out looking for you. They're looking for the opportunity. But if that look and that view doesn't come together, then that connection may never happen. Or they may see another person who's selling their opportunity, and they may go join them. You see, I believe God uses us as a conduit, as distributors of the blessing for the people who are praying and looking for opportunity. And you often hear me saying, you may be the only answer to that person's prayer, right? But you may be the only answer to that person's prayer at that moment. Because God is not going to penalize that person for your disobedience. So we have to go out and we have to say, you know what? We got to share this thing. I'm tired. I work a lot. That's okay. You got to share this thing. You got to find a way. There's so much technology that's out here. When I first got started in the industry, we didn't have social media. We barely had online back offices. We didn't see what our orders were. We didn't see our downline report. We did when I got started, but when Mr. Jones got started, they sent a big stack of Scantron, like the thing. You know, he got his downline report in a stack of paper. He got his sales report in a stack of paper, right? You had to rip the sides off and then go through it. You know, he spent half a day, just going through it to check the books and make sure that it's right. Now we just jump online, boom. Sometimes technology doesn't work the best. Sometimes it has flaws. But that's okay. You keep going because you understand that it's going to work out. You know, sometimes you have to put yourself in a mentality that you have to look at it through a lens of success and not failure. What I mean by that is when we have kids, right? When our kids are screw-ups, it's rough. Sometimes we're just like, man, I don't know what to do. But you can't throw in the towel. That's your kid. You have to have faith and believe that it's going to get better. You got to keep supporting and keep being there. And yeah, it's your responsibility. And even when it gets worse or gets tougher, you still have to have the positive outlook and believe that things are going to look better and things are going to get better for my kid. It's supposed to be like that with holy matrimony and marriage, right? I believe that it's going to get better. But after a while, when two or three don't touch and agree, you do have to make a decision that works best for you. But a lot of people make that decision prematurely. One's trying, and the other one's just like, nah, forget it, whatever. I use those two scenarios because JMG Direct's always going to be there. They're always going to be supportive. They're always going to be willing to hold their end of the bargain. They're always going to be willing to support. They're always going to be willing to be there. So as long as two touch and agree, then there's going to be agreement. It can happen. Even through the rough patches, for better or for worse, even then things are going to go wrong. JMG is always going to be there for you. You just have to make the decision that you're going to always look at things through the positive lens and believe that it's going to work out for you as well. Because the only thing that holds you back from maximizing your success is you. That's the reality of it. We can look at mistakes that may come, a mistake on the website or orders not fulfilled, or, there's a lot of things that can happen with technology, but that happens at your job. That happens at places that you patronize right now. How many times have you ordered something from Amazon and you get that little message like, your order is going to be delayed. It's not going to be here. And just like me, you start feeling yourself like, I'm a Prime member. It's supposed to be 2 days. But you wait for that doggone thing, don't you? Because there's nothing you can do. So we have to treat our own business that way. I think we have to make that connection of ownership, because JMG Direct is your business. It's our business. Because it's not just my time. It's not just your time. It's our time collectively. And we have to go out and we got to spread the word and help others realize that it's their time as well. So how bad do you want that sale? How bad? What are you out promoting? Because they're promoting their sales, their TVs, their discounts and things of that nature. But we're out promoting hope, financial and time freedom, prosperity, excitement, goals and dreams. And we can't allow the capitalism of technology and stuff that's going to depreciate the moment that you buy it out promote us. We got to be louder. And they got machines, they got money, they got resources. So we have to put our sweat equity behind it and go out and spread the word to more people. We got to talk to more people. We got to send out more texts. We got to get in more people's DMs. We got to connect with people and talk with people more and more and more. And the way that you talk to more people is you sign up some people because they know people that you don't know. And that opens up a whole world of possibilities. Whole network of people that you don't directly know. Yeah, of course, if you're your friends, you're going to have mutual friends. You're going to have some people that that's mutual. But everybody knows somebody that you don't know. So that is the key, and that is the way that you do it. So you have to be paying attention to society and what's going on in the world right now, because we are on the front end of a major trend. And we're ending the year. And you have to make a decision how you want to end the year. Do you want to end it strong? Do you want to end it victorious? Please, 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 please don't get religious on me. Well, God is going to bless me, so I'm always going to be victorious. Yeah, I get that. I ain't talking about in business. So let's keep it where it's supposed to be. All right. We're all going to be blessed. We woke up this morning, so we're automatically blessed any morning that we wake up. All right. But we're talking about business. We're talking about goals, dreams, financial and time freedom, and taking this company to $1 billion company by you becoming a millionaire, you becoming a thousandaire, you becoming a hundredaire, you helping other people do the same thing. That's what we do. Okay. And God connected you. If you want to get religious, God connected you with this vision and with this business for you to be a part of that. All right. So let's carry out the mission. There's people out there looking. If the last couple of days didn't show you anything, it showed you they got $150 to get started. They got $150 to get started. So let's sit on the couch and let's have therapy for a moment. What's stopping you? What's stopping you from reaching and maximizing your full potential? And that answer that first came to your head, that's what you think is stopping you. Some of you probably said your job. Some of you probably said your kids. Some of you probably said your spouse or your significant other. And those can be roadblocks. Trust me, I know from experience. But the way around those roadblocks is to schedule for success. The way around those roadblocks is to not overthink. So we have an idea of how much we should be working our business. So when we're not able to work our business that much, what happens is subconsciously we end up pulling back and we don't work our business at all because we tell ourselves, oh, whatever I do, I want to give 100%. But see, when you schedule for success, even when you have to take baby steps, even when you can only work your business 30 minutes a day because your job is so demanding, you work it that 30 minutes a day until it builds up. It's called exponential growth. And eventually you're going to get somebody because the law of numbers says if you talk to enough people about anything, somebody's going to join. So when you get somebody, you'll eventually get somebody who has more time than you. And they're going to plug into the system and they're going to work with your sponsor and your upline. And they're going to come to training. They're going to learn just like you learn. And we're going to grab them. We're going to say, come on, let's go. And eventually your organization is going to grow. But you just have to stay consistent with the process. Fall in love with the process, divorce the results. That's what you do. But don't allow yourself to look up and see that you're not even making an attempt, that you're not even trying. Because your goals and dreams, your family deserves better than that. There's people who look up to you. There's people that you're their hero. They don't look at the celebrities on TV. They don't look at the Avengers or Marvel or anything like that. They look at you. Mom, dad, Nana, Pop, G-Daddy, G-Daddy. What do they say? Grandma. You know, all the names we got these days. Mimi. But they look at you. Let's set the expectation. Let's set the example of what going after your goals and dreams is really about. Because I think that's lost in a lot of these kids these days. They like the idea of success. They like the idea of having what they want. But a lot of times they've seen overworked and underpaid, and a lot of times they've seen an example of what they don't want. So they go over here, but they haven't truly seen the work ethic of scheduling for success and actually working for your goals and your dreams to accomplish something. Now, I'm not speaking for everybody. It's a generalization for most of society. And that's my personal opinion from the people that I've seen, directly, in my life and I've been connected to. But I feel like it's pretty accurate. So guys, I hope you had a phenomenal Thanksgiving with your family. We want to make sure that this week, let's get this presentation popping, guys. This presentation, I feel like this presentation should have at least 100 people each week on it. I feel like it should have 100 people, at least 100 representatives, 100 marketing brand ambassadors. And then with all of them inviting guests, it has no choice but to be live and in full effect. I'm going to start pulling some of you in, doing interviews, making it more interactive, making it more fun. But we want to build that audience up. Have some fun with it. We got to start inviting people and exposing. One of the biggest tools that we can use for that is the Paul D. Jones Show. If you're not listening to the Paul D. Jones Show, if you're not utilizing this as a prospecting tool, guys, you are missing the boat. This last week, Mr. Jones gave a full JMG Direct BP. Gave a full BP. Now, that doesn't guarantee that your prospects are going to sign up. Excuse me. It doesn't guarantee anything. But what it does is it creates another level of credibility. This is a nationally syndicated show. He's giving tons of value just about life. And to be able to edify and promote JMG Direct in the process, that's huge. That is huge. Even if you're not able to get on live, you guys, he posts the link on his Facebook page. He has it on his website. And I'm going to start sending out the link to my team specifically so that you could take that link and you could share it with others so that they could hear. They could have the value. It may over time wear them down to where they see the value in being a part of the company. Don't have expectations of the show and sending the link. It's not a presentation. It's a means of sharing value that our owner and our company provides. And for them seeing the value, they'll see that it makes sense to say, okay, I want to be a part of that. I want to be a part of that prosperity community. Exactly, coach. It's on Spotify. Heck, you see it all on the picture right there. It's on Spotify. It's on Apple Podcasts. It's on Pandora. It's on Google Podcasts. It's on iHeartRadio. I didn't even know there was that many platforms. Take your pick, whichever one you use, whatever you listen to. It's probably on there. So let's get the word about this value, because it's only going to help us build our business bigger and stronger. And when you recognize that, and then when you begin to embrace the fact that you are the best investment that you got. And you were born to win. So you got to play to win right now. This is my unformatted call to action. Never give up, guys. Never give up. The only way to fail is to give up and quit. Always remember that quote in your mind. The only way to fail is to give up and quit. And it's never okay to give up. 2, be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Don't just exist. It's time to lead, follow, or get up out the way. Number 3, commit to showing up. It all starts with a commitment. The calls, the podcast, the training. It's all by scheduling for success. There's no way to be successful if success isn't on your schedule. 4, send out 10 invitations per day. I'm giving you guys the blueprint to getting your all-star form filled out. It's all a numbers game. You follow these numbers, you will start seeing different results. 2 people a day brings freedom my way. Because trust and believe, I'm going to say it one more time before we get up out of here. You, my friend, are the best investment that you got. The best. You got to recognize that and embrace it. You're the best investment that you got. And you're born to win. So play to win right now, because you, each and every one of you, are already a champion. Now I want to help you get the bag that comes with being a champion, because JMG Direct wants to give it to you. So if they want to give you the money, why not go get it? So with that, guys, If we don't have any questions, I want you to know I appreciate, I'm thankful for each and every one of you, those who plug in, and consistently show up, those who are a part of JMG Direct, a part of my downline, cross line, are not, you guys. We're all in this together. We're family, and we're building this thing to be something special. And it's only going to get better. But let's go clown, you guys. Let's clown the rest of this month. I'm telling you, corporate got a big system that they're just waiting. They're just waiting to share and put in place. But we gotta increase the numbers. We gotta make it. It's business. It gotta make sense financially too. So let's get out. Let's spread the word. Let's get the numbers up. Let's change some people's lives, and let's go into 2023 like this, not like this, and not even like this. What's the kids' cartoon say? To infinity and beyond. Let's clown this thing, man. Let's end the year strong. Don't allow Christmas to stop you. Don't allow Hanukkah to stop you. Don't allow Kwanzaa to stop you. Don't allow anything to stop you. Get out there, share the vision, expose people, show the plan, show the plan, show the plan. If they don't see it, if they're not ready, that's okay. Move on to the next person. Say next so fast that you don't even put the T on it. All right, guys, I appreciate you. I got your back. I'll see you at the top, and I'll see you at the bank. Peace.